It's just the realistic truth. The honesty could just break down at any moment. Come on, Scott, get yourself together, mate.
For those who don't know us, this is me, Scott. This is my wife, Katie, and this is our son, Super Ted. We are the Bridge family, trying to get the most out of this rat race we all call life. On the 24th of February 2023, our whole world got turned upside down. We got told our 9-month-old son had been diagnosed with high-risk AML leukemia. For anyone that doesn't know what that stands for, it's acute myeloid leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. Yes, I said it. Cancer. As you can imagine, life froze. Every parent's worst nightmare was happening right in front of our eyes. With childhood cancer happening more and more frequently across the world, we decided to document our journey from start to finish to raise awareness and give cancer within children the exposure it deserves. We hope these videos give people a raw, detailed insight into what's involved, the treatment, the day-to-day hospital life, the emotions that come with having a child with cancer. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as we take you along on this whirlwind of a journey to save our son's life. And remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. So if you're interested in following our journey, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can stick with us on this battle against cancer.
There we have it, guys. Chemo number 1, dose 1 is going in. Teddy, you got chemotherapy going in to beat the cancer. Yay! So this is fludarabine. It is the first chemotherapy he'll receive as part of this protocol. He'll receive this for the next 5 days. So that's 5 doses over 5 days, and it's a half an hour pump, so not too bad. Main side effects: hair loss, loss of appetite, flu-like symptoms, lots of aching, and also bone marrow suppression, which is what we need. Teddy actually had this during his FLAG-IDA chemotherapy, the previous chemotherapy protocol he received. Similar dose, in fact the same dose, 30 milligrams per metre squared over 5 days. So he's had this before, and hopefully it will be kind to him like it wasn't too bad last time. So there we have it, chemo number 1, dose 1. Teddy? Yay, we're going to get you better. Clap, 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 good boy.
So this is known as gel clear. We have to do this 4 times a day, every day, and it's part of Teddy's mouth cleaning process. And he absolutely hated this in round 1 of chemo. And now he absolutely loves it, for some weird reason. He used to literally scream the place down, but now I think he likes the taste of the gel clear, which our biggest problem is taking it away from him, because he likes it that much, which is odd, but makes our life easier. Having the play specialist team come in and spend time with Teddy has been brilliant. Not only do they offer different types of activities that we can't, it's also great for him to interact with people that are unfamiliar and continue to improve his motor skills, as at this age he should be at nursery. Splash! What do sharks do, Ted? They go snap, 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 snap. Snap! Good boy! Being in a hospital environment for over 6 months now, he has lost some time to experience things that a normal 1-year-old should have. So to have the opportunity to experience some messy play within the hospital 4 walls is incredible. So we've just been told that Teddy, this is the last time you'll see his little face without an NG tube, as tomorrow he has an NG tube fitted, and it's the first one he'll have fitted that hasn't been under general anaesthetic, so they'll actually have to feed it through his nose down into his throat, which is going to be hell. Neck time! Yummy! Say yummy! We also got told, which is obvious, that his little fuzz is going to go as well. It was short-lived, wasn't it, mate? But he'll grow back thicker and stronger, won't it? Just as a little bit of a follow-on from today's chemo as well, it's just wanted to explain that, I mean, I was very unaware of what chemotherapy was like and what sort of impact it has, and it's not instant in terms of them feeling rubbish. Like, he is munching down on a snack. We've been playing all day. He's just had, obviously, as you've seen, just had some water play with a play specialist, and he's had chemo this morning. But they say roughly about 7 to 10 days post chemo is when we shall start to feel, or he shall start to feel as bad as he ever is going to feel. So yeah, I was under the impression of almost thinking it would wipe him out straight away and whatever. And I'm sure different chemos have different reactions, but for this week, touch wood, hopefully he should be good as gold. We should continue to play and enjoy our time here until he wipes out all his cells and his neutrophils, and then he is then completely open to any sort of infection. Just a little bit of an understanding from you guys, because I've learned a hell of a load since being here, and this is part of the process, building awareness and making you guys more aware of what the process is. So there's a little snippet of information for you. Another fun fact for you guys is that as soon as you start using chemotherapy, you have to wear gloves to change the little cub's nappy, because the chemotherapy can cause blisters on your hands, so you can only understand what it does to like little kids' insides, which is why they get this thing called mucositis, which is the whole tract. So it starts in your mouth, so you can blister, the mouth blisters the whole tract down through the body, and it blisters you on their bottoms as well. So the fact that we as parents or carers have to wear gloves just gives you a small indication of how bad it must just attack the insides.
Here we go.
Number 4 on the Auntie's Advent Calendar is, drum roll please.
I hope you enjoy sticking these all over your cot. Love you, little man. See you very soon. Auntie Hayley.
Wow. Are we guessing stickers? Oh, they're magnets.
Magnets.
Daddy's going home.
Bye-bye.
Helmet. Ready for my bike. Love you, baby boy. Well done for getting through the first day of chemo. And we go again tomorrow. Gonna high five the camera.
Good morning. Thumbs up for day 2. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. No, okay. We have the glanzaclivir going in, which is the antiviral for the HHV6. Day 2, here we go. Yay! Teeth have been brushed. Eddie's taking care of his own mouth care. Everything here was single use, so feels like a huge waste, but everything has to be extremely sterile when these BMT patients are immune suppressed. Sterilising done for the morning. I've removed the bedding, cleaned the mattress and the cot with the Clenel wipes, and put fresh bedding on. You are allowed to bring your own blankets, but they also have to be changed and washed daily. So I have about 5 or 6 with me, so that I'm not washing every day. Just so that Teddy has something a little bit comfortable from home, rather than all these hospital sheets. We are day 2 of chemotherapy. Teddy has not wanted anything spoon-fed. nothing's on a spoon, even yogurt, which is his favourite. But he's just absolutely smashed a piece of jam toast, and now he's eating the banana, which is amazing.
So we have just had it confirmed that at 2 o'clock today, the demoned NG tube will be tried to fit poor old Teddy. Even though he's literally, as you just saw in the last video, he's just smashed up pretty much 3/4 of a full banana and a whole slice of toast with jam on it. Like, he doesn't need this NG tube at the minute, but he potentially will do. And if what every single doctor and consultant and nurse has said, the severity of this BMT and the side effects that he will be getting, then NG tube is paramount. Because something to note with the NG tube, you can't just put it in when he needs it, because basically with the whole mucositis where it blisters through your tract, if the mucositis is severe enough, they won't actually pass an NG tube, because the process of the tube going down the throat can actually catch one of the blisters and therefore pop it and then open up an infection opportunity. So they say they want to precautionary put an NG tube in beforehand, before the mucositis sets in, so we have a way of feeding him and giving him his medication and everything else. It involves basically getting a tube and passing it through his nose, down his throat, into his stomach, by hand, whilst he's awake, screaming, kicking, but it's not going to be nice. But we have to do it as part of this journey, don't we? Yeah! Oh no.
Day 2, chemotherapy, fludarabine again, the same as yesterday, second of 5 doses, just over half an hour, and a lot of milk.
Feeding on the go. Second dose of chemo done. High five. Woohoo! What's that toe doing? There we go. Second dose in the bag. Come for our little man to have his NG tube fitted. He's only had one nap today, so he's extra grumpy, so I think this is just going to be an extra stressful experience, but we shall go with it. It's got to be done. Hey buddy. Warning. Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewers' discretion is advised. We always said that we wanted to show you raw footage of what it's like to be on this journey, but it doesn't mean you have to watch this if you feel like it's going to upset you. Before we start, here's a recap on what an NG tube really is. An NG tube is a thin, soft tube that goes through the nose, down the throat and into the stomach. They are used to feed formula to a child that can't get nutrition by the mouth, also used to administer medication. So here is our step-by-step guide to how to fit an NG tube.
Yeah, Tess. Sticker. Just a sticker.
Step 1. Add a soft, spongy sticker to his face, with a side of Miss Rachel on the iPad.
Yay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. It's okay, darling. It's okay. You're fine.
Step 2. Insert the tube into his nose and feed it as quickly as possible into his stomach.
Very good. Well done. Go for it. I'm sorry.
As a father, this is something I struggle with. Having to witness and manhandle our son to put him through extreme discomfort doesn't sit well with me. Although it's needed and is for the greater good, it's something that really upsets me for a long time after, and it's something I've struggled with through the whole process of this journey.
Finished. Yay.
That was incredible.
Boy, you're so good. I know. Good job.
Step 3. Keep the tube in place and apply the sticker on top ASAP.
Boy. Yep. Amazing.
Although it was incredibly hard to watch, we passed the NG tube successfully, but were not expecting what was about to follow. Teddy here, I've given Dad permission to show this, but I've cut the clip just to avoid too much graphic footage.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
She's not breathed in ages.
Don't worry.
It's okay. You're fine.
You get the picture. Teddy proceeded to throw up, gag and choke for about 45 seconds after, but finally settled and the poor boy needed something to soothe his throat. What better than a good old ice lolly? Apologies to whoever this belonged to in the Foxwood freezer, but needs must, and I owe you 50p. You absolute superhero. That's a bit rough, hey? Katie, in these sort of situations, is absolutely bulletproof. She keeps her composure, controls the situation, and gets the job done. Whereas me, room for improvement. Now normality had resumed, NG tube fitted, it was time for another Auntie's Advent Calendar gift to cheer him up. Along this process, as a parents, we both have our own strengths and weaknesses, and we have learnt those traits across Teddy's journey and gained the ability to be able to step up when it's your strength, but also know to step down when it's your weakness. And that's okay, as over time those weaknesses will get stronger as we forever grow our ability to care for our son in the best way possible. Look at you, big tall boy. You're going to have all your medication for your tubie. Yeah. The nurses on Foxwood have been amazing by slowly but surely teaching us how to care for Teddy medically with his diagnosis in preparation to go home. Things like medication through his NG tube is one of those things. An absolute little dream. Past 6. He's had all his meds. He's got his last IV medication going in. And he's sound asleep. Mummy's gone home. It's the boys tonight. But yeah, all in all, a few things we're worried about being chemo, second dose of chemo, and NG tube going in. So far, so good. Today's been a good day. Progressing forward. We shall see you tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to give you a full time lapse of what it's like between the minute he wakes up and 9 o'clock. It is going to be a busy morning. But for now, see you then.
So we had a pretty rough night last night. He woke up at 11:45, went down for another half an hour, woke up again for an hour, like quarter past 12. AC kept me up till 3:15, which is why it's now 6:30. He's still not awake, so I'm going to get up and do some jobs. Sterilise these bottles because we are out, and the monster's going to need some milk. The next most important job is making me the coffee. Next up, time to feed this wild beast. So Teddy is on his morning IV medication that is going into his central Hickman line. As of 2 days ago, we would usually give all his oral meds at this point as well, but now he has his NG tube, we can do that through the tube, so we don't actually have to stress him out by giving those medications orally. We can just go behind his back, unscrew the cap off and just push all of those medications in, which obviously goes straight through the tube into his stomach. On to the next job. The next job is, I think, get us both changed, because you have to change twice a day. Time to get changed. And just like that, even though it doesn't look like a change, fresh clothing. Unfortunately, all of our clothes are black, white, shorts and t-shirts, simple as that, because everything has to be washed at 60 degrees, so there is no point having nice outfits here. It's pure comfort is key. Okay, onto the cub. So in the process of getting him changed, we also tick another few boxes. So we have to do his weight and girth measurement. His girth measurement is around his tummy, so just to check that his liver isn't expanding with all the medication. I think that's what it's for. It's liver or stomach, but either way, it's a measurement. So we might as well do his nappy, make sure his nappy area is nice and clean, ready for the day, change his outfit, change his dummy, and then do his girth measurement. So 4 things all in one with the changing process. Here we go. Next job we have is sorting out his mouth care. So this is something called gel clear, which is basically, tastes like aniseed to be honest, and for some reason he absolutely loves it. Some sterile cool boiled water, these little sponges, mix it around, and basically the idea behind this is you just rub it all around the inside of his mouth, around his tongue, his lips and his gums, which helps clean his mouth and reduces any risk of infection, but mainly the mucositis, which is what we're trying to put off and avoid. Next up, we have to change our bedding, both mine and Teddy's, twice a day, so morning and night. So we have the red bags that are dissolvable, so they just go straight in the washing machine with all of the linen and stuff like that. Now we've got to make his bed. We leave our bed unmade because obviously we're not going to get in it until this evening, but his bed needs a full clean and a new sheet on it. We are officially 10 kilos! That's the first time we've ever been 10 kilos. Well done, my boy. One of the downsides, which there isn't many, to being on a BMT ward is that everything is cleaned so often. And so 8 o'clock, gone in the kitchen and there's a cleaner in there with products everywhere, basically cleaning the whole kitchen, which is amazing that it is a sterile and clean environment that we cook their food in or prepare their food, but it now means that it's closed for 20 minutes, so we're having to deal with just a snack. So I will try and do his jam on toast and a banana after, but he's currently had a fruit pouch and a couple of little snacks, so we'll see how that goes. But as long as he's still consuming, that's all that matters. But yeah, another added thing to constantly work around is cleaners' times. The other thing, when they come in here, they want to clean the floor. Ideally would have it done ASAP at 6 o'clock in the morning when he's awake, so he can crawl on the floor and be safe on his hands and knees. But a lot of the time they don't come to 11, so you actually have to keep them off the floor till 11, or get on your hands and knees and scrub it, which you're not going to do a good enough job. So just try and make it a clean and sterile environment as possible. So, but we're working with it. It's all today, day by day learning. So that just about rounds up our morning. It is 10 to 9 and we haven't stopped. Apart from being on my second coffee, I have literally not sat down for a second. So we're finishing off the morning with a nice little baby bell. But yeah, it gives you a little insight into what our mornings look like, how intense they are, but good fun. It keeps you busy, keeps your steps going up, and yeah, let's see what today brings. Here's the big one, the busulfan chemotherapy going in.
If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Teddy clap. So we had Teddy's first dose of busulfan today, which has potential side effects of seizures, which is a first for us. All went well. He is now tired but grumpy, but He's still doing really, really well. They monitor his blood very, very frequently after this, just to make sure his levels of the busulfan are right, and then they can rectify them tomorrow when the blood tests come back. But so they have blood tests from 5 minutes after, 15 minutes after, half an hour after, 45 minutes after, an hour after, and then after that it goes hourly up until 3 or 4 hours later, and then it runs every 12 hours for the next, I think it's 4 or 5 days. But yeah, so all in all it went really well, so we're happy with that, and so far so good. Hey Cubby. Tired. Right, I think it's bath time. Day 6 of Auntie's Advent Calendar gift. What is it? Wow, it's colour your own bag. That's awesome. You can do that tomorrow. Do some colouring. Lucky boy. Ever since Maddie was little, just a bit older than you, she loved putting her toys in and out of bags and carrying them around. Mummy and Daddy can colour this one for you to keep some treasures in. Wow. Time to make a morning smoothie. Good morning from a sunny Monday in London. That just about wraps up our first week of our journey through BMT. So I just want to thank you all for watching. If you're new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you're not new, then we are very, very grateful for your continued support and following this journey with us. But just arrived back at the hospital. Let's see what week 2 of bone marrow transplant has to offer.
Don't forget, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised.